guys, this is the Gaming Projects here doing a Cinema 4D tutorial on how to do my intro that I've just done. So I'll go into more graph, more text, just drag it across, change the depth to about 50, change the text to whatever you want, but I'm going to do it Project X because that's what it was. Then go into your fonts, choose whatever you want, but I use the Bankgoth MDBT, put it in bold italic, and then scroll out, just get it centered so it's about there. Like that. Then once you've done that, you want to rename this just your name, so Project X, like that. And then you want to Control C, Control V it. So then you got that, and then you want to change just the thing to presents or tutorial or whatever you want. So I'm just going to do presents. And then you want to resize it down to about 165. That's what I normally have it at. It just looks good about there. So then center it. And once you have done that, you want to go into one, press C to make it editable, and then go on edit, select children, press C again. That just makes all the children editable. If you want to check if you've done it right, you should come up with that thing there. Then just do the same for the other one, press C, edit, select children, press C again. Just check if I've done it. Yep, got it right. There we go. Minimize all that. And then once you've done that, you can save that as presents, like that. And then once you've done that, you want to go into one of them again, edit, select children, and then you want to go on objects, connect and delete. You want to go on this one, edit, select children, objects, connect and delete. You can delete the tags, they're just not needed. Once you've done that, you can add colour now. I recommend just using 4 colours because it's just easier to manage and stuff. So yeah, you can choose any colours you want. You can obviously edit reflection and stuff, but for this purposes I'm just going to do plain colours. And then 178, top right there. Then I did a good purple. And then pure white. If I can drag it, there we go. So then what you want to do is you want to drag it over the colours in like the inside colour first and the outside colour. So like the inside colour for the projects, it will be that, so the inside for that, and then the outside will be grey. And same for this one, so white on the inside, purple on the outside. So once you've done that, once you've added all the colours, you can obviously mess around with them. You want to select both of the texts, then you want to go into plugins, thrausi, and then thrausi. So if you don't have it, I'll put a link in the description to take you to the website so you can download it. Yeah, there's a lot of other like plugins that you can get from there, pretty cool. I'm gonna get some more soon, but yeah, you only need thrausi for this one. So once you go on it, you got all this stuff here. You don't need to change any of the settings, it's already done for you. So all you gotta do is just type in 20, because you can probably type in more, but 20 looks the best. But obviously if you want to make it like glass looking like really shattered, you could probably do about 100 or something. But yeah, so once you're doing that, just click break now, and then it'll start doing all this stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause it and come back when it's done, because it takes about 2-3 minutes. So yeah. Alright, yeah, so now once that's all done, you should have a big long list over there. So once that's done, you don't need thrausi anymore. So you can just go ahead and cross it like that. Then when you want to do is go into more graph, fracture, and then more graph and fracture again. It's because you just got to name one for Project X, and you got to name one for present. I always like that. Oh, it doesn't really matter if I haven't put capitals right. So what you want to do is you want to click off so nothing's selected, and then go on obviously all the Project X's. There we go. Drag it into there, and then just click off. Then go on all the presents, and then you want to drag that into presents. And then once you've done that, you just want to click each individual one of the group, so like that, and then go on objects, delete without children. You get all each individual piece, then just minimize that. Do exactly the same for this next one. Go on objects and delete without children, then minimize that. Once you have done that, you want to select one, so just your name, go into MoGraph, Effector and Plane. Then you want to go into Presents, and then you want to go into MoGraph, Effector and also Plane. Then highlight both the planes. Then you want to go into the parameters where this Y one is here and type in 0. So then it goes back down to there. Then after that you want to go into Scale, Uniform Scale, and in this little box here, -1. So once you've done that, it should disappear. And then what you want to do is go into Fall Off, Infinite, instead of Infinite actually, put Linear. That gets you that sort of thing. You just want to put the fall off to 100%, and then you want to go into coordinates and go into the add.h and do -90. Then there you go, you should have your stuff back really. It's like that. Once you've done that, you want to go to you want to go to the presents one. If you've done it the right way I've done it, you should have plane 1 as your presents. So yeah, once you go into that, you want to go into fall off and type in invert. So now when you drag them both across, it should do that sort of thing, which is pretty cool. And yeah, once you've done that, once you've inverted it, you just want to go and highlight both the planes and press Alt G, so you put them in a group and just call that planes, like that. Once you've done the planes, you want to go to both the text, so just highlight them both. Go into MoGraph, Effector and Random, and then you should already be on fall off, but if you're not, just go on fall off and type in sphere. So then you've got spherical. Then you want to go into parameters, and then you can obviously just mess about with the parameters and stuff, so like space it out there a bit, do a bit up, and then shoot it out. So then what you want to do is you want to go on the planes, and then you want to try and drag it so it's like in the center ish, so about there. So then once you highlight both of them, it should go across like that, which looks pretty nice. Yeah, so now that you've got that sorted, you can just put the let's just check on the random a sec. Fall off, yeah, I haven't put fall off 100%, which you need to do. Meant to say, so now when you go across, it just runs a bit smoother. And yeah, on the random, you obviously messed about with all that, and then all you gotta do is just drag the random. No, click off. Yeah, just drag the random into the planes. Minimize that. So now every time you just click plane, it drags them all, and then obviously just much helpful that way. Once you've done that, you can just go into the timeline, do it 150, or you can do whatever if you want to add other effects in, but 150 is a good time. And once you've done that, you want to go into, let's minimize that, go into planes. Once it's at the very 0 here, just add keyframe. I'll just drag it to about 100 frames, and then drag this to the end, so here, and then keyframe it, put it back to the start, check it. It should just go across now and do that sort of thing, which looks alright to be fair, but you can make it look much better. So once you've done that, you want to, so you've done that now, and you want to go in, select both texts, go into MoGraph, Effect and Delay. Yep, Delay, and then once you're in Delay, you want to go into Effector, Mode and Spring, and then you want to put it down to about 40%, like that. And once you've done that, you can just click off it a sec, and then when next time you press play, if you watch, the things start like bouncing about a bit rather than just being there. Like it just looks much better. Obviously, you can mess about with that to see how much sprung you actually want. If you put it 100, it like really wobbles, but that's what you want really. And then you can just leave that there, and then you highlight both the text again. Go into simulation, go into dynamics, and create rigid body. So now they're both rigid. Then what you want to do is you want to go into the name. So just click here, and then you want to go onto dynamics. On the trigger, you want to go onto at velocity peak, and yeah, and then that's that done. Then you want to go into the presents, and you want to go on to dynamics, and then enabled, untick the unenabled. Oh, and yeah, and also in Project X here, go onto collision and put individual elements all. You got to do that. Once you've done that, you can just click on the text itself, go on to effectors, and untick this plane. And yeah, that's basically it for the text. And now I'm just going to show you how to add all the cameras in and stuff. So if you watch, if I just click play now, this should just go all the way across, and it should just smash out and not come back. Like that. Oh yes, very sexy. Once you've done all that, you can just put it back. Then you can add the camera in, so just go on this light thing here, camera. And if you see on the camera, it has like a little black box with a circle inside. That just shows you what the camera's seeing. So if you click on it there, and if I just move it across, and then so about here. Yes, now if I click off it and then zoom out, you can see the camera's there, and it shows you what it's looking at. So then you just go back into it. So it's here. Just always check these points if it's always in. Then what you want to do is go back to the start, keyframe it, go to 100 frames where the thing was. Oh yeah, your text will look like that, by the way, because it just does. I don't know why, but it just does. And then once you get to 100 frames, keyframe it. So then when you go back to the start, it should just go across quite nicely and look fairly nice. Then it's just sprucing it up a little bit now. Now that that's done, that's basically everything. But I'm just gonna add all the final touches. So what you want to do is you want to go into here, go into floor. When you're on floor, you want to go into simulation, dynamics, and create rigid body. What that does is it allows the pieces to fall perfectly instead of just going into the abyss, basically. So now I'm on floor. You can just obviously move it to about there. And then you can add some lights in, which look pretty cool. So add a light in. Yeah, I usually have them like at the corners, so probably about here. So if you look into here, looks quite nice. But then also, if I just cross that, add another light, and then go across the other side, and then obviously just put it down a bit, bring it out. Look at it now. That light isn't in a good position. Bring it in a bit more, out, and a bit down. Obviously, you can just like start messing about with this, but yeah, like that. That looks quite nice. Cross that. Now that you've done the light, yeah, now that you've done the light, you can do the reflection on the floor. So just click on the floor, click on oh yeah, new text. Doesn't really matter what color it is. Just go into reflection, put it to about 25, put the blurriness to about 5%, and then once you've done that, you can just cross it and then just drag it on. So when you do it now, it should right there. I swear I just put the reflection up a bit more, then drag it on. Oh, I see. It is a reflection. It's just the lights are just I know. Put this color, put it a dark grey. It just makes the reflection easier to see. Oh, that press Control C. There we go. So now when I look at it, there you go. Looks much better. So Now that you've got that sorted, you can go into rendering settings. Basically, you're done. So now what you want to do is you want to go into here, you want to go into film video in HD 720, or you can do the HD 1080, which is there, but I usually just have it in the 720, just quick to render, but if you have time, you've got time, don't you? So once you've done that, yeah, you want to put all frames onto here, and then when you go on this here, anti-aliasing or whatever it is, just go on here, best, still image to animation, then 1:1 to 2:2, so minimum max is like that. And the options is fine. On the save, you want to put it to AVI or QuickTime. I usually use AVI, but it's up to you, it doesn't really matter. And yeah, then that's done there. So you can cross that. And yeah, guys, that's basically it. And then once you've done that, if you want to save it, all you gotta do is just go into here, hold left click, and then go into make preview. But obviously I'm not, because I've already done this. So yeah, this has been the Gaming Project, guys. Ciao.